Illustration 20, we are going to discuss about revaluation account, how to prepare revaluation account during retire a partner from the partnership firm. Balance sheet of A, B, C. Sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 5:3:2. Asset 31st March 2020 was. So they have given 31st March 2020's balance sheet. A, B, C are partners in a partnership firm. Their existing profit and loss sharing ratio is 5:3:2. So you know very clearly the information what they have given in the problem. Liability side they have given sundry creditors rupees 15,000 and all the three partners capital contribution 46,000, 34,000 and 25,000, collectively 1,05,000 rupees. And in asset side cash in hand 27,000 and debtors 16,000 and less provisions for doubtful debts is 800 rupees. So collectively after deduct this provisions amount is 15,200 and stock they have given it is 12,800 rupees. Plant and machinery 35,000 and land and building is 30,000. So collectively both the side balance is 1,20,000 as per this balance sheet. And they have given some information which is related to this balance sheet. B retires from the partnership firm. So B is a partner, one who is retiring from the partnership firm on 1st April 2020. When he is retiring, first date of the financial year, that is 1st April 2020, B is retiring from the partnership firm. A and C decided to share future profit and losses in the ratio of 3:1. So they have given very clearly their new profit and loss sharing ratio is 3:1. It is their new profit and loss sharing ratio. Okay, the next. These all are adjustments. Okay, all are adjustments. So we are going to compare this adjustment with given balance sheet. Then we will comes to know whether assets increased or liability increased, or assets decreased or liability decreased, or any other new liabilities are there or new assets are there. So whatever it is we are going to discuss step by step. So use focus and empty your mind. Listen here. And okay, after this all the adjustment you are required to pass journal entries. So they are asking us to prepare journal entry at the same time to prepare revaluation account. So two items we have to do. One is revaluation account have to prepare and another one is journal entries we should write, isn't it? So first ever what we are going to do, revaluation account we are going to prepare with this information. Now we are going to prepare revaluation account. You know how to prepare revaluation account. It is a T form of account. Revaluation account. Revaluation account. Okay, good. T form of account. Debit side is debit side and it is credit side. Debit side is favor for liabilities, credit side favor for assets. Amount column, particulars, amount. So you can write. So now we are going to compare actual with predetermined. First one is debtors of rupees 1,100 be written off. It is no longer receivable, which is called bad debts. 1,100 rupees bad debts. You check it out with the problem. Provisions for doubtful debts is 800 rupees. So 800 rupees is the provision. They already have created 800 rupees provision. Okay, but now 1,100 rupees actually we couldn't recover from the debtors. So collectively how much amount is differences between these two? Amount rupees 300 rupees. So 300 rupees we should write on the debit side, which is liability increased 300 rupees. So anyway, bad debts amount rupees 300 is increased liability. So we are writing in debit side of revaluation account. And second item is provision for doubtful debts be maintained at the existing rate. So as per the existing rate, they are going to maintain the provisions for bad debts, which they are going to allot some amount called provision on debtors, isn't it? So that they are going to allot. At the same time, they have given a clue here at their existing rate. So we don't know what is the existing rate, how many percentage they have allotted especially for the provisions for bad and doubtful debts. So that we are going to identify now. So look at this information. Debtors are 16,000 and provisions already allotted is 800 rupees. So 800 rupees is how many percentage on that 16,000? So around 5%. 5% on 16,000 is equal to 800 rupees. So we come to know some calculations. So 5%. So we have to calculate 5% provisions for the future purpose on debtors. So what is the debtors amount after deduct this 1,100 rupees from the actual amount? You know, as per the information, it is available 16,000. 16,000 they have given very clearly. So that is the debtors amount in asset side, it is available. So now 5% we are going to create. How this 5% came? That 5% actually as per the existing rate. So previous provision for doubtful debtors are 800 rupees. So 800 rupees is how many percentage on 16,000? So that is around 5%. So now we are going to calculate after deduct bad debts. So 16,000 is debtor. 16,000 minus 1,100 rupees. You know, no longer it is available. So how much amount will be there? Remaining 14,900 rupees. From this 14,900 rupees, we are going to calculate 5%. 5% called provision for bad and doubtful debts. So 5% on this 14,900 will be how much amount? 745 rupees. 745 rupees is the new provision. Anyway, the liability is increased. So we are allotting some amount for the future purpose provisions we are creating. So it is a kind of liability provisions for bad debts. So we are writing it is a provision for bad debts. Provision amount 745 rupees. Third adjustment is stock be written down by 1,055 rupees. So stock is reduced by 1,055 rupees. So actual amount of stock is available as per this balance sheet is 12,800 rupees. They have given balance sheet information. So now stock is reduced from that 12,800 to that 11,745 rupees, isn't it? So 1,055 rupees is reduced, isn't it? So anyway, assets reduced means that should be entered in the debit side of revaluation account. So stock, how much it is reduced? 1,055 rupees. 1,055 rupees stock is reduced. Okay, good. The next one, land and building written up by 11,000 rupees. So land and building is written up by 11,000 rupees means 11,000 rupees increased for land and building. Actual amount of land and building is available here. It is 30,000. From 30,000 to 41,000 it is increased. So anyway, assets increased, that should be entered in the credit side of revaluation account. So land and building, how much amount increased? 11,000 rupees increased. 11,000 rupees increased. Okay. So instead of writing this 30, I am going to write K. K means 1,000, you know that. So 11,000 rupees increased. The next one, what is the fifth one? Plant and machinery be reduced to 34,000. Already that plant and machinery is available as per this information is 35,000, but now it is reduced to 34,000, which means 1,000 rupees decreased from present value. So present value is 35,000, now only 34,000, which means 1,000 rupees decreased. Assets decreased means that should be entered in the debit side of revaluation account. So what asset it is? Plant and machinery. So plant and machinery's value is decreased 1,000 rupees. So 1k, 1,000 rupees. Okay. The next one. Next one is sundry creditors of 700 be returned back as no longer payable. So actually we are responsible to pay that sundry to the sundry creditors amount rupees 15,000 rupees. We have to pay. we are responsible. But now that sundry creditor 700 rupees returned back as no longer payable. So long we fails to pay that money to the sundry creditors, isn't it? So anyway, that is written off now. So we no need to pay how much amount? That 700 rupees. Now he may be offer us 700 rupees, you no need to pay. Remaining amount you pay me immediately like this. So anyway, we no need to pay that 700 rupees to our creditors. Our liability responsibility is reducing, which means liability decreasing. If liability decrease, where we will enter? If liability decrease means that should be entered in credit side of revaluation account. So what is that? Sundry creditors amount rupees 700 decreased. 700 rupees decreased. The next one, a provision for the provision of rupees 600 be made for repairs. For repairs, we are allotting provisions for 600 rupees. Anyway, liability increased, so we are writing in the debit side of revaluation account provision for repairs. Liability side, it is provision for repairs. Provision for repairs. How much amount? Provision for repairs is 600 rupees. Okay, good. The next one, and eighth adjustment is an old computer completely written off was sold for rupees 2000 as scrap. So we are selling old computer for rupees 2000. Anyway, asset is increased rupees 2000. So sale of old computer, how much amount? Rupees 2000, 2k. Okay, rupees 2000. Then last two transactions only. Firm had to pay 5000 rupees to an employee injured in an accident. It is workman's compensation fund. So one workman in the firm, he met an accident, he is injured. For that we have to pay 5000 rupees. From firm has to pay 5000 rupees. Anyway, liability increased, so workman's compensation. So compensation we can write, or accident or compensation, whatever it is. For compensation amount rupees 5000, 5k. We are responsible to pay for that particular person who met an accident. And last adjustment is an unrecorded machinery value rupees 10,000 is to be recorded. So machinery value is unrecorded. Look at this. Here plant and machinery they have given 35,000 as per our existing balance sheet. Previous year balance sheet source information 35,000 is the plant and machinery. But now in additional information they have given unrecorded machinery, which is already they fails to record. That is 10,000 rupees. Now they are going to record. Anyway, assets going to increase, isn't it? So asset increase means where we will write unrecorded machinery will be written in credit side of revaluation account. Unrecorded machinery. How much amount it is? 10,000 rupees. Isn't it? 10k. So 10,000 rupees unrecorded machinery we are going to write in credit side of revaluation account. Now we are going to tally both the side because all the adjustments we done. So we are going to tally both the side. So we can add all the items which is available in the credit side of revaluation account. 10,000, 2,000, 700 and 11,000. So 11,000, 10,000 means 21,000, 23,700 rupees. 23,700 rupees will be in credit side of revaluation account. Credit side of revaluation account is how much? I am continuing here revaluation account. So credit side of revaluation account is how much? 23,700 rupees. 23,700 rupees. At the same, we are expecting 23,700 rupees in the debit side of revaluation account. So all the debit side we are going to add now. 300, 745, 1,055, 1,000, 600 and 5,000. We add all the items which is available in the debit side of revaluation account is 8,700 rupees. 8,700 rupees collectively. So now we are going to subtract from this 27,700 minus 8,000 rupees, 8,700 rupees. So we will get 15,000. So 15,000 is the balancing figure. So 15,000 is the balancing figure that is will be entered in debit side of revaluation account. Anyway, credit side is excess, then the debit side of revaluation account is 15,000, which is called revaluation profit. Revaluation profit. Revaluation profit should be transferred to all the existing partners as per their existing profit and loss sharing ratio. You know, existing profit and loss sharing ratios they have given in our problem very clearly 5:3:2. 5:3:2 is their existing profit and loss sharing ratio. This 15,000 going to distribute to all the partners as per their existing profit and loss sharing ratio 5:3:2. A, B and C in the ratio of 5:3:2. So if you are splitting by 5/10, 3/10, 2/10, that amount will be for A. For A it is how much amount for A? Amount rupees 7,500 rupees goes to A. And for B, for B's amount 3/10 of 15,000 is 4,500 rupees. 4,500 rupees. And for C, the remaining money that is 2/10 of 15,000 amount will be 3,000 rupees. So 3,000 rupees goes to partner C. So anyway, this after appropriated this revaluation profit that should be credited to partners capital account. So here they did not open partners capital account. For your convenience, I am opening this partners capital account. So it is the partners capital account for in particulars partner A, partner B, partner C. Okay, A, B, C. Same like this side also, debit side A, B, C, it is particulars, debit side it is, and it is credit side it is partners capital account. Partners capital account. Okay, so here it is particulars, and we will write a revaluation profit. Revaluation profit for all the partners, especially for partner A it is how much? For 7,500 rupees. 7,500 rupees. And for partner B amount rupees 4,500 rupees. 4,500 rupees. And for partner C it is 3,000 rupees. 3,000 rupees. So it will be written in your credit side of partners capital account. The revaluation profit transferred to partners capital account credit side. So now you know very clearly how to do revaluation account. So revaluation account is very important. After prepare revaluation account only we can prepare partners capital account, at the same time balance sheet of the partnership firm.